Alex mentions people from Uzbekistan here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I swear to God, I do shows all the time. I mention I'm from Uzbekistan. It's never. You know, one time I got a woo, and I'm like, "Are you from Uzbekistan?" Why did you? Yeah, you're not white. And they're like, all right.
Everybody, for Natan Badalov!
Honestly, I don't like telling people I'm from Uzbekistan because at some point in the conversation, they end up telling me their travel plans after a while. You know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, you're from Uzbekistan? I'm going to go to Costa Rica in like 3 weeks. I'm going to go to New Zealand, right? I'm like, what do you want me to do with that information? Oh, I work for Delta. You want to go to Portugal right after that? What the fuck? It's such a weird way to connect with someone, you know? It's like coming up to a parent, it's like, oh my God, you got 2 kids? I love Plan B. I love it so much. I love that I'm not you. I love it. It doesn't just come from that, it comes from my mom. There's like this immigrant thing, I don't know, you guys can probably relate to it, where you don't want to tell people anything about you because you're afraid that some shit might happen. So the first day of school in America, my mom would come up to me, she's like, look, Natan, people are going to ask you where you're from, okay? Because of your eyebrows. They had huge eyebrows, and they're your father's, they're not mine. It's okay. If anyone asks you where you're from, don't tell them you're from Uzbekistan, okay? Tell them you're an American citizen, you'll be fine, okay? So I'm like, yes sir, mommy, right? You go to school, you gotta tell people where you're from. Icebreakers, right? So the teacher's just looking, she's like, okay, David, where are you from? David gets up, Queens. Like, okay. Adam, where are you from? Brooklyn. Okay. Natan, where are you from? I get up, I am an American citizen. God bless America. Okay. Patriotism is a good thing, yeah. Why don't you tell the class where, though? I get up again. I'm allowed everywhere in America. I got my passport in my back pocket. Let's fucking do this, all right? And then the whole class was like, this is an illegal immigrant. There's no fucking way. Ridiculous. My mom's, we're really close. She's a single mom. She likes being close more than I do. I don't like being close to her. Single mom, she talks to me she tells me too much about her life, you know? Tells me shit I don't want to hear. Her dating life and shit. Because you're used to your mom talking to you about like mom shit, you know? Like, hey, clean that up. Why is that sock sticky? You know, like shit like that. Now my mom talks to me like I'm her fucking bartender, you know? She's like looking at me, she's like, oh man, last night was a rough one. I'm like, shut the fuck up. She's like, no, you ever heard of the Dirty Dozen? I'm like, I don't want to know what the fuck that means. She's not good with computers, right? So she needs help filling out her dating profile. And I helped her. Anyone else fill out their immigrant single mother's dating? As I'm typing, she wants me to lie, right? Like I'm typing, and she's like, no, not that. Put the flower emoji. Why? Because I'm an innocent flower. Come on, you know that. All right, I'll do it. Not that. One more thing. Put the wave emoji. Why? Because I'm wet. You know that. I'm like, take the computer. Fuck it. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't like it because I know that the more I type, the more I know like a dick is getting closer to her. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. Do it. But don't make me the middle dick guy. You know what I mean? Alright, you're good. But you know, I want to be a good son, and I want to help her, so I ask her like the right questions. I'm like, what kind of man are you looking for, right? And she's honest. She's like, I like them white, I like them tall, and I like them Jewish, right? And I want to help her, but then I end up sounding like a Nazi detective, you know? I just look at her and I'm like, look, I will find the Jew. I know where they live. It's okay. It's a difficult thing because my mom is my mom, you know what I mean? She's not my friend. She's a disciplinary figure. I have people that go like, they go, my mom's my best friend. I'm like, you're a fucking loser. Really? Your mom's your best friend. Straight out the womb, you didn't hang out with anybody. You're just going out, FaceTiming your mom, eating tater tots, you fucking loser. Really? How can your mom be your friend? I can't do shit with my mom that I do with my friends, you know? I can't smoke with my mom. People say dumb shit when they're... I don't want to hear my mom's dumb thoughts. You know what I mean? She just smokes going... You know you used to suck my titties, right? You know that, right? It was a good time. And I'm smoking the mommy, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. So what's up? What are you trying to do? Let's make those titties great again. All right? I'm used to my mom pressuring me to get married. That's a usual one, right? But the way she's been doing it, she has like these weird qualifiers, you know? She's like, Natan, why are you alone? Why? I don't understand. You have all your teeth. All of them. Your eyes work. Your bodies. I'm like, are you fucking roasting me right now? I don't want to be with a woman that values anything you just mentioned. You know what I mean? The woman's just bragging about me, dating me. He's like, who am I dating? Look at him. He can see. He cuts his hair. He showers. Everybody, is this a Make-A-Wish relationship? What the fuck is it? Is he going to die soon? She recruited my granddad to get me arranged married. He would plead with me. He would come to the apartment. He's like, Natan, you're 31. You should be grandfather by now. What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand. You have all your teeth. What's the problem? I don't understand. And every single point in this conversation, he starts sounding like a pimp. Because he's just so pleased with it. He's like, Natan, I have all the women. What kind do you want? I have them all. What's your favorite color? What do you want? I have them in my trunk. Which one do you want? It's weird. Like, we rag on arranged marriage, you know? But I use dating apps. Arranged marriage is just the first dating app. You know what I mean? Except the algorithm is my grandma. That's the only difference. If arranged marriage was a commercial, it'd be my grandma going, come here. Right over here. Right over here. Rachel. She's your cousin, all right? Let's keep this bloodline going. Marriage is kind of scary to me. It's like a fucking 50-year decision that you gotta make. Plus, the advertisement for marriage is odd because, you know, like people in bad marriages are louder than people in good marriages. So I only hear people in bad marriages. You know? You ever talk to someone in a good marriage? They sound like fish. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, how's it going? How's your wife? Alright. That's him? That's him.
Just got married.
Oh, that's how you sound like?
I guess, I don't know.
How's the marriage? That's different from someone in a bad marriage. If you talk to someone in a bad marriage, you don't even have to talk about the marriage, and they'll talk about it for you. You know? Be like, yo, the weather's nice today. It'd be better if it wasn't for this bitch. I swear to God. This fucking bitch sucks. Why don't you just go outside and forget her? Yo, help me kill her. Help me kill her. Here's a knife. Help me. Be my friend. Alright? That marriage thing. Marrying Jewish as well. That's a big, you know, there's this big implication that you gotta marry Jewish, right? And I always assumed it's implied. It's told to us, right? But I never checked in with my mom about that, you know? So I asked her recently, I'm like, do you still want me to marry a Jew? Is that still important to you? And she was honest. She's like, look, at this point, I just want you to find love. I want you to be happy. And I'm like, that's so sweet. What a sweet mom, right? 5 seconds later, she's like, but don't get too extreme. And I go, what are you talking about? She's like, look, marry who you want, but don't marry white, don't marry Hispanic, don't marry Asian, and don't marry black. And I go, what else is there? She goes, Jewish. That's all there is. Do what you want, but just know you're going to disappoint me. All right? All right? Okay. Yeah, marrying Jewish. Also, as a Jewish man, I think there's more pressure on Jewish men to get married. Just because, traditionally speaking, if you want to be a Jew, you got to have a Jewish mom, right? Which means that my Jew sperm is worthless. That's what I mean. Our Jew sperm is worthless, right? My cum can have yarmulkes on it as it slides in to the Jewish badge. Nothing will happen. Nothing. Conversely, Jewish vagina, most Jewish thing there is. Most Jewish thing, anything comes out of it a Jew. Anything. Anything. It's like a kosher microwave. Anything comes out of it a fucking Jew. Right? Black guy comes into it, blue, a black Jew comes out, right? Says black Jewish things. I don't know what. Shabbat shalom, motherfucker. I don't know what the thing is. Mexican, Jewish Mexican, right? Says Jewish Mexican things, right? I don't know. Taco. I don't know. That's fucking racist, alright? That's fucking racist. Even a dog. If a dog comes into a Jewish woman, yeah, a Jew wawa comes right out, right? Comes out with a yarmulke and teis, right? And it won't even bark. It'll go baruch. Every fucking time. You know? So just remember that. Anyone with a Jewish vagina, you make Jews. Alright. That was very crass. There will be more. Yeah, marrying a Jew. I'm a specific type of Jew, and there's many of us here. It's Bukharian Jew, right? That's right. That's the most ever in a comedy show. It's ever been. It's good. There's not that many of us. What is it, like 100,000?
200,000.
I'm sorry, that was the counter. That's why I brought him here. I brought him here to correct any factual statement. I don't want to date a Bukharian Jew. There's not that many of us, so it's too incesty of a vibe when we go out. You know? You're not supposed to meet your girl's parents and recognize them. You know what I mean? They're supposed to go, hey, oh shit. All right. I was here last week. Oh, how did I not recognize her? Okay. You're my, okay, yeah. All right, I'm already here. Just make the food. Yeah, you make a good bluff. All right, good. And I'm in New York. There's a lot of American Jews, ashkenazi Jews. It's tough dating them because a lot of them think I'm Muslim, you know? People ask me all the time, they go like, it's a tough time for Jews, man. Have you been experiencing antisemitism? I'm like, I'm experiencing islamophobia. Ridiculous. Even before this, people were like, you know, terrorist attacks happen, and I would just be like, fuck. And every American Jew would be like, what's wrong? I'm like, you wouldn't understand. You don't get it. It's a tough thing, you know. Bukharian Jews, we went through a lot of anti-Semitism in Uzbekistan. We had Jew written on our passport, you know, which is pretty weird because you don't have to show your passport in your day-to-day life. You know what I mean? You know how anti-Semitic you have to be to tell other people you're Jewish? You know what I mean? It's like Russians like going to fucking French people like, just so you know, Jew, okay? France is like, I don't care. No, you have to know. We have to know, they know. I didn't even know how bad it was until I started doing this. Like, I remember I used to tell a joke, because I left when I was 1, so it's all, I don't have any memories of it. So I would tell a joke, I remember. I would be like, we're refugees of passive aggression, you know? I would be like, yeah, they just asked us to leave and we left, right? And it got as much of a response as what you guys... But I remember telling my uncle this, and he left when he was much later in life, and he goes, don't ever tell that joke again, you're wrong. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, when Muslim fundamentalism started rising, there was a massive fire. They burned a pogrom with Jews and stuff like that. And I Googled it, and I couldn't find it, right? And I told my uncle, I go, why can't I find this? And he goes, because they didn't write about it. They don't want people to know. And I was like, wow, even our atrocities aren't even acknowledged. And we're Muslim. You know what I mean? It's just fucked up. And it passes on here, you know? I remember I would go to the synagogue, I would get checked, you know, Jew checked in the synagogue by these old white Jewish women, those fucking, the ones that do that fucking sound. They look like napkins. They all do that same sound. And I remember, I would come in, I would walk into the synagogue, and the lady just like, the mosque is 2 blocks that way. I'm like, lady, I'm Jewish. She's like, where are you from? I go, I'm from Uzbekistan. Oh, is that on the Upper East Side, Upper West Side? Where is that? I'm like, lady, it's in Asia. She's like, You know what else is in Asia? Mecca. All right, the mosque is 2 blocks that way. It's fucked up to be checked that way because we got kicked out of our country because of being Jewish. There's nothing more Jewish than that. If anything, I should check these old napkins when they come in to the fucking synagogue, and I should just be like, all right, so you're Jewish. Okay, all right. Have you ever been evicted? You own your building. Okay. Where do you live? You own my building. Oh, okay. What's your name? You own this synagogue? Oh, fuck. All right, I'm out. And I used to have like a lot of resentment towards American, white Jews, ashkenazi Jews. I used to think you guys were just white people, Not so much in the skin, more in the mentality. You know what I mean? There's certain things that they would say and certain things that they would call themselves. Like there's an acronym called JAP. You guys know that? Yeah. Jewish American Princess. Do you know how good you have to have it to appropriate a racial slur? You know what I mean? It's not for you. Someone said, oh my God. It's so weird. That's why you're here, bro. We thought about it that way. That's a pretty good compliment for a joke. You're like, Even the way the media portrays it always portrayed American Jews as the Jews and everybody else is just everything else. You know what I mean? It would be Jerry Seinfeld. This Seinfeld show, that was a very American Jewish show. I would try to watch it with my mom, and after 5 minutes, my mom was like, turn this shit off. And I go, why? She's like, if I wanted to hear Jews complaining, I'd call my mother. All right? I don't need to see this. There's another one, Woody Allen, right? The great parent. No, I'm just kidding. I remember there was his documentaries were coming out. There were commercials for his documentaries, and my mom and I were watching it. And my mom's like, "Please turn this off." And I go, "Why?" Because he did the thing with the kid. And she's like, "No, he's just so ugly." What? I don't like seeing ugly people on the TV. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I go, "What do you mean? He's just who he is." She's like, "Look, I came from Uzbekistan. I buy a new TV. I need to see beautiful people on the TV." I would love it if my mom was like a casting director. You just see ugly people coming in. She's like, "Why do you do this to me? Go home. Go home. You don't belong here." All right, come in next. Oh, a chin. Yeah. I would have a lot of resentment, and it would come out in different ways. You know those the people that would walk on the street and they would go, "Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?" Stuff like that. Whenever they would ask me before, I would just say I was part of ISIS. I would be like, "Yeah, sorry. I'm going to a meeting." ISIS meeting. I was real polite about it too. I wasn't like, "Oh, I'll kill you." I'm like, "Sorry, I'm so sorry." ISIS. So sorry. The funniest response was when I said, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ISIS." And the guy still went, "Okay, you still want the rap? Do you still want the..." It's like, to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm just like a misinformed Jew that's just in the wrong place. Like a Jewish ISIS." Okay, you'll still get the blessing. There's another thing I did was, with resentment, I dated a rabbi for a few years, And somebody said, "Wow, yeah. She was a rabbi, yeah." She still is. She still is a rabbi. It'd be weird if she dated me and she's like, you know what? Fuck God. Led me to him. It was a woman. It was a woman, female rabbi. But sometimes I like to just leave that out to have it, fuck with people. To just have it in their head that I'm getting like sucked off by a bearded dude. You know what I mean? My Jew pubes are connected to his Jew beard. You know what I mean? He's Jewish. And then I bust, right? And he comes out and it just sounds like Velcro. You know what I mean? That guy walked out right after that. When we first started dating, we would connect through our mutual resentment towards Ashkenazi Jews, right? We would just complain. I would just be like, yeah, people think I'm Muslim, but I'm not, man, right? And shit like that. And she would complain, she's like, yeah, people think I'm just a woman, but I'm not, man, right? And we would just look at each other and say, yeah, that sucks. You wanna fuck? And we would resent fuck. You guys ever resent fuck? You're not even fucking there, man. You're just fucking and like, who's the Muslim now? All right. But it didn't work because she's a rabbi, right? And she wanted to continue to elevate her Jewishness, right? Her Jewish career. I don't know why I'm hiling while I'm saying that. It's a weird time to hile at a fucking Jewish-themed comedy show. And I was content with just being as Jewish as I am now, which is more or less not at all, My lifestyle isn't really that Jewish, and it just wouldn't work. I remember she would want me to go to her services, and I would never go. Right? And you can't do that if you're dating a rabbi. That's like if you're dating a comedian and you would never go to their shows. You're like, yo, why didn't you come to the shows? Do you not believe in me? She's like, no, I'm sick every day, all right? So it's the same thing with her. She would be like, why do you not come to the services? Do you not believe in me? And I'm like, look, I believe in you, fuck him, all right? That's all. We would talk about kids. She would be like, would you raise your kids Jewish? And I'm like, look at my eyebrows, all right? My eyebrows will destroy your genes, all right? Whatever we make, we'll have this. And he's going to go through what I went through, so I don't want that shit. And so she said, oh, that's so sad. And I'm like, why, would you? And she's like, yeah, I'm a fucking rabbi. Obviously. I would raise my kids Jewish. What are you going to think? I'm going to raise them Muslim? What the fuck? Like I'm going to look at my kids and say, hey, Muhammad, you're going to heaven, but I'm not. All right? You're going. And then we broke up. And then we got back together after a couple months, which I don't recommend. You don't change much after a couple months, My problem was that I just kept saying how much I changed. And she would just keep talking shit about the guy I used to be. And I would egg that on. She would be like, oh man, what you used to do was terrible. And I'm like, yeah, that guy was a piece of shit, all right? That guy sucks. But it wasn't true, I was the same guy. The same guy. I didn't want to be that Jewish, And there was something specific that happened for us to break up. And I should preface this story by saying I have a temper, right? I have a temper. You're already laughing. All right. I have a temper, right? But I have a temper here, like in America. I have relatives in Israel. When I visit them, I'm regular. I'm fine. Here in America, they treat anger like it's a medical condition. They might give you drugs. They give you a therapist, some like Dr. Phil. Bald fuck, right? Tells you obvious shit. He's going, hey, have you ever thought about smiling? You're like, I didn't know that, bald fuck, really. In Israel, if you get mad, you're just there, I would just get mad. I was like, I'm fucking angry. They go, my friend, of course you are angry. Of course you are angry. Look at where we are. Look at it. Have hummus. Eat hummus. You want to buy my business? I used to live in Israel. I used to live there. I got stuck there on September 11th. I was there. Yeah. And my mom called me from here and she said, Natan, some stuff happened here, so you're gonna have to live there for a very, very long time. I was like, holy shit. My mom did 9/11. Holy shit. My mom's a fucking terrorist. And she was smart about it. She said, you're not gonna fuck around in Israel. You're gonna go to school. I didn't speak any Hebrew, right? I go to school, 4th grade, and the only reference that 4th graders had of America was 9/11. So all they kept calling me affectionately was 9/11. Right? Affectionate. It was with affection. It wasn't negative. They would just look, hey, 9/11, what's up? Right? And I wanted friends, so I just took that identity on. They're like, hey, 9/11. I'm like, yo, both of them fell. Both of them. I do the job, all right? America. I remember it was English class one day, and this is the thing with school there, it's Sunday to Friday, right? There, yes?
Sunday to Thursday, I think.
Sunday to Thursday, see? Fact check. It's Sunday. Monday to Friday is here because there they don't, Jesus is just another dude, right? Really, it's just another Jew, right? And I remember I was in English class and I go in, right? And I think I'm gonna ball out. I speak fucking English. I'm 9/11. I'm an American, all right? So I go in, and the teacher goes, "What day is it today?" And I put my American hand out, and I go, "It is Monday." And I get up like I'm fucking Gladiator. I'm like, "Are you not entertained? I am 9/11, right?" And I got it wrong. But for some reason, there was like a kid in the side over there. He was like mad dogging me, and he he's like looking at me, and he did the Undertaker shit, which is, right? And then he said, "Ani la'arog otcha," right? Which, if you don't know what that means I'm gonna kill you. I don't know what the fuck I did to this guy, but this is Israel. Anger is just a thing. You know what I mean? And I went up to the teacher, and I go like, "This guy wants to kill me, wants to fight me." You might as well have thought I said, "Water is blue." I go, "This guy wants to kill me." Oh, okay, all right. Come, I'll see you tomorrow. And I go out of the school, right? And they all already knew this fight was gonna happen. It was like a ring of kids, and I come in, and this guy's like fucking, just like this pit bull human being looking at me. And there was sand, and I remember there was a rock, and I took a rock, and I threw it in the air, and I ran away, right? Like a true American. I don't know what that means. I go to my granddad, sweaty and shit, and I tell him what happened. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I go, No, I'm not. I almost got into the fight. He goes, "Almost? You didn't fight?" I go, No, I ran away. "Can I get some food?" He goes, "Why? You didn't fight. You're not tired. Why do you need food?" And that was like a thing. It was a common thing where like you got just aggression. That was the way to go. There's another time where I went to the Western Wall with my uncle, right? And clap if you've been to the Western Wall. If you guys don't know, there's a metal detector when you go in, right? I go in with my uncle. My uncle goes through, and then I don't go through, right? He goes beep, 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 beep. There's a security guard to the right with a machine gun. So he goes, "Okay, no, you have to go back." I go, "Okay." So I go, and I try to go again, beep, 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 beep. He goes, no, you cannot go in, right? And I go, "I can't go in. I'm an American, the rules are the rules," right? In Israel, the rules are a suggestion that you can yell your way out of. My uncle looked at this guy with an M4, whatever machine gun that. What's the right machine? What machine guns do they have? M16. He looks at the guy with the M16 and he goes, "Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck your family. Let this fucking guy go in. Fuck you." And the guy goes, "Okay, go. Go. I don't want to hear this. Go. The gate, let me open it for you. Hold on. Go. So mean." And so that happened, right? So cut to a couple years ago, I go to a friend's show, right? And this is at the time where you had to show your vax cards. You guys remember that glorious time? You had to, somebody said no. It was awful, right? My ex, she got vaxxed in Israel, right? And what they did was they gave it through a text message in Hebrew, right? Because they're a smart, forward-thinking, fucking technologically advanced country. Not like here where they put it on fucking receipt paper. Where if it fucking rains, you're done. You know what I mean? They needed lamination money just to fucking get into places. So I go in, and the door guy, I show him my vax card, and then he goes, okay, you're good. She shows it to him, and he goes, no, sorry, you can't go through. And he was a white dude, he was a hipster, and he was being so fucking white about it. You know what I mean? He's a thick rimmed glasses, sweater vest, like a stereotype, right? White people love the rules, man. They do, because they wrote them. That's why. It benefits them. He was doing the same shit. He's like, oh, sorry, the rules are the rules. Here's the rules. My dad wrote them. Here's the rules. And I can't, you know. I go in, I've been there before, so I walk to the bartender and I go, can you just let me go through? Can you do me a favor? I'm not bringing an anti-vaxxer here. And she goes, no. She goes, no. I come back, and in my head, I'm like, okay, what do I do? I can't get in somewhere. What did my uncle do? So I go, all right, well, that worked. So I do what he did. I go, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck your existence, fuck all that shit. And my ex, she looks at me, and for the first 2 minutes, she probably thought, oh my God, he's defending my honor, right? But then after the 15th minute, me telling this guy to die, right? She's looking, it's like, I'm fucking next, right after him, right? And it's very hard to tell someone what you won't do when you've already shown them what you're capable of. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always amazed that anyone marries a UFC fighter. You really think you're not next? You know, Mike Tyson is married. Someone saw Mike Tyson's highlights and is like, I need to make more of that. I need to do that. And then we broke up after that. And yeah, breakups, they can be tough, man. Especially what your brain does when you go through a breakup. Like, I remember with my brain, they always gave me the good memories after I went through a breakup. It's awful. They'll give me the good, give me the bad shit. That would help. Give me the yelling. If my brain was a friend, it'd be the worst friend to help me get over some shit. Just telling me the worst things, just looking at me, he's like, hey man, just remember, she was the one, alright? I want you to know that, and I hope that makes you feel better, alright? One more thing, you're gonna die alone, alright? Alright, you're crying right now, but please, I got one more thing, alright? There was a story you told me, remember when you were walking down the park, right? And then you were holding pinkies, right? You were walking down, the breeze was going down your hair, and you were like, man, it's not getting better than this. Well, guess what? You were right, alright? You were right. Remember that. I'm in your head. Alright? Yeah, it was just me trying to I was always trying to go to different places to kind of find out how to figure this out. And I went back to my uncle, the guy, fuck your family guy. And I said everything. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do, I don't feel well. This seems like more than a breakup. This is tied into other shit. And he was very smart. He's a smart guy. He's lived a lot. This is what he said. Come on, man. That was it. That was all he said. That was all he said. He goes, come on, man. Over a woman. Why? I have 4. You want one? Which one? I'm like, all right. And I didn't want to go to my mom because she is the queen of depressing stories. Anytime I would tell her something, she would give me she would try to one-up the depression. Even when I say something good, Like I would tell her, hey, I opened up for a really big comic. And she looked at me and she said, when I was 5, a man stole all my paintings. Why? Why did you tell me that? Why? What do you want me to do with that? Do you want me to find him? What do you want me to do with that? I don't even want to bring her to bring her introduce her. I get kind of worried, Like Like she would see the girl I'm dating and she's like, oh man, your eyes, they look like a man I used to date. He killed himself. Have fun. So I needed to, therapist, neutral party, right? And I found one. It was a man. It's a man. Can't be a woman. Can't be a hot woman. Can't. If I have a female therapist that's hot, I'm not gonna be open. I'm gonna try to impress. You know what I mean? She'll be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." What's up? What are you trying to do? What are you doing later? You look like you need some time off from all these depressed crazies. Yeah. I thought he was the tagger. Now you're found an ugly man. Those are the best. If you get a therapist, get an ugly dude. Those are the most empathetic people. They're just happy you're talking to them. I'm not saying anybody, if you're ugly, be a therapist. Because you'll be the greatest therapist. You all seem beautiful. But if you're ugly, be a therapist, because then you have experienced so much. So you should totally be a therapist. I don't know why you guys are grown. This is good advice. Ugly people don't get into places, right? But you can get paid to listen to people's problems. I would tell him my problems. He's like, yes. Thank God you're talking to me. All right, that was, it was good. I learned a lot about myself. I realized I was carrying my pain from like my childhood and just passing it over to anytime I would do a show, right, and I would see like American or Ashkenazi Jews, I would just talk so much shit about them, right? But it wouldn't be them. It would be the people from my like childhood, That's not good. That's not good to do. Because, we can learn a lot from each other, Like Ashkenazi Jews, you guys can learn from our food. You guys, Ashkenazi Jewish food is some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life. Gefilte fish, matzo ball soup, that's throw up in a can, and you should be ashamed of yourself for eating that shit. We got plov, korogan, dimlama, all that good shit, right? Samsa, right? This is a menu coming out. Dude, it's amazing food, right? I remember I took an Ashkenaz friend of mine to get some Bukharian food, and he's like, oh my God, what is this? I'm like, food. This is food. This is food. This is how you should feel and eat. Bukharian people, Jews, we can learn a lot about Ashkenaz Jews. Like, I've never met a group of people that are so affected by milk. I have never met a group of people. Milk destroys you. It ruins your months. You drink milk and your year is over. It's weird. That's why I'm surprised Hitler did all that fucking gas chamber shit. You just had to put a drop of milk in each fucking cup. And that was only, that was too much. It only works with comedians. I'm sorry. It's too dark. It's too dark. This is not the right time to mention Hitler. It also made me comfortable just calling myself Jewish. I really always had a problem with that. And I was just looking at the stats of my life, I'm like, yeah, I'm a refugee, from Uzbekistan. I got kicked out of my country, went to a yeshiva, right? I got an overbearing Jewish mom. I'm a stand-up comedian in New York City. That's some Jewish shit, That's why when people go like, those guys, they go like, oh, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? Now I just go, bro, I fucked the rabbi. The guy would still go, oh, you want the rap still or what? Why are you